Hello, in this video, Robert Kiyosaki is saying that being self-employed is risky. Small business, working from home is risky. This is video number 27 in the book Cashflow, the Cashflow Quadrant, a guide to financial freedom. Please join me. Hello, welcome to Take a Step to a Better You. On this channel, I share what I learn, continue to learn. And in this one, I'm reading the book. It's continuation. The Cashflow Quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki, the one who wrote the famous book, Rich Dad Poor Dad. And he's saying to all of you, small business owners, home-based businesses, self-employed, that is risky. That's a message. If you're new, my name is Sherifa Nakalem. I'm a business owner here in Virginia, USA. And my message here, recently I decided to bring it in books. Like books, then I add my 2 cents. Business, earning money online, saving money, spending it less. And personal development, motivation, that's what I do here. Sounds interesting. All of it, the message is, take a step to make your life better. Please consider subscribing, check the button, make sure it's not red when you leave. And even though all of you who have been here before, please check the button to make sure it's not red. And leave a comment for me. Appreciate you all. The message in this one is being self-employed is risky. We knew it, but now it's being emphasized. So if you are like the way he's described, we have to think twice about being self-employed. And well, before I continue, I have to share my schedule. I'm here every day, 12:30 p.m. USA Eastern. But on Friday, I make it a little bit flexible now. I'll be moving it around to accommodate different countries. For some people are sleeping late in the night, so I'll be moving that one out. Starting this Friday, I'll bring it earlier than usual. And then, not 12:30, I'll figure out, I'll post something. Those of you who follow me, you see when what time I choose to do it, but I intend to bring it earlier than usual so that other people can also attend the live. That's Friday. And then on Sunday, I do motivation. So, like every day, it's 12:30 p.m., mostly books. But there is when I choose to just drive around and show you. Those tend to come on Thursdays. So please subscribe, hit on notifications so you know when all the things are happening, because YouTube will notify you. Robert is saying in this one that if you call yourself self-employed, you're doing your own thing, it's risky. But before I continue with that, I have to explain, especially for the new one, what are we talking about? What is this book about? According to Robert, we earn money from 4 quadrants. I'll show an image. 4 quadrants. The left, people as employees, they get money, they get a paycheck, or they earn from a paycheck, or self-employed, the one we're talking about today, the S, and then right, the business owners, those are bigger. And then they use other people's money, other people's time. We covered all that. And then also on the right, they're investors. So that's the quadrant we're talking about. And now he's talking about the S. In the previous one, which was video number 26, he was giving an example of an employee who was going in circles because he was searching for money, freedom, and happiness. You can watch that. Number 26, it wasn't watched much, but it had a great message. See this employee that he's giving the example of what was happening in his life. That means when you're an employee, you have to be careful. You have to put in some investing. Otherwise, you may end up in circles, always looking for jobs, always starting over. So that was number 26. Now, in this one, like I said, he's, by the way, to get to number 26, there's a link in the description and the end of this video, end screen, also the top comment. I always put a top comment, I pin it up. It has a link to all the ones I finished, all the way from number 1, including this one. And then also, if you want to get to this book, go in the description below, both audio and the physical book. I don't want to spend too much time on that. We're going to read 27. Let's see. It starts with a short subtitle. And he says, that's Robert writing, doing your own thing. That's like a headline, a small headline. Another common pattern. Remember, he was talking about the employee who was going in circles. Now he's talking about, in this one, the self-employed. They're doing your own thing people, like us. Okay, another common pattern is someone going from E to S. Remember that quadrant? During periods of massive downsizing and unemployment, some people get the message. Instead of looking for another job, they decide to start their own business, which is very, very common. There is been a boom in so-called home-based businesses. Many people make the decision to start their own business, do their own thing, and be their own boss. Their career paths look like this. Now he's showing that someone is moving. Remember the image I showed you? Someone is moving from E to S, down, from being an employee to self-employed. Of all the life paths, this is the one I feel for the most. In my opinion, being an S can be extremely rewarding and the most risky. I think the S quadrant, remember the S is for self-employed and small business. Self-employed small business, that's what it stands for. I think the S quadrant is the hardest quadrant there is. The failure rates are high, and if you make it, being successful can be worse than failing. That's because if you are successful as an S, you'll work harder than if you are in any of the other quadrants, and you work harder for a long time. The reason S's work the hardest is because they typically are proverbial chief cook and bottle washer. The chief cook and bottle washer. They have to do or be responsible for all the jobs that are done by many managers and employees in a bigger company. Otherness, unless just starting out, often answers the phone calls, they pay the bills, they make the sales calls, try to advertise on a small budget, handles customers, hires employees, fires employees, fills in when employees don't show up, talks to the taxman, fights off the government inspectors, and so on and so on. Personally, I cringe whenever I hear someone saying they are going to start their own business. I wish them well, yet I feel great concern for them. I've seen so many E's, those are employees, take their life savings or borrow money from friends and family to start their own business. After 3 or so years of struggle and hard work, the business falls, and instead of life saving, they have debt to pay off. Nationally, 9 out of 10 of these types of businesses fail in 5 years. Of the one that's remaining, 9 out of 10 of them fail in the next 5 years. In other words, he said 9 out of 10? 99 out of 100 small businesses ultimately disappear in 10 years. That's scary. It's missing. I think the reason most fail in the first 5 years is due to lack of experience and lack of capital. The reason the one survivor often fails in the second 5 years isn't due to lack of capital, but lack of energy. The hours of long hard work finally get to the person. Many S's just burn out. Those who do survive seem to have become used to the idea of getting up, going to work, and working hard forever. That seems to be all they know and all they do. I have a friend whose parents have, by the way, I'm about to finish. I have a friend whose parents have spent the last 45 years working long hours in their liquor store. As crime increased in their neighborhood, they had to put steel bars up on the doors and all the windows. Today, money is passed through a slot, much like in a bank. I go by occasionally to see them. They are wonderful, sweet people, but it saddens me to see them as virtual prisoners in their own business from 10 in the morning until 2 the next morning, staring out through behind the bars. Many wise S's, I'm about to finish, many wise S's, meaning small business and self-employed, sell their businesses at their peak before they run out of steam. So someone with energy and money, I'm reading it again. Many wise S's sell their business at their peak before they run out of steam to someone with energy and money. They take some time off and then start something new. They keep doing their own thing and love it. The key is to know when to get out. I don't think I need even to add much more, but those figures are scary. If you're a small business owner, you're starting, by the way, I always invite you to come start businesses, but that's scary because he said 9 out of 10, they will fail in the first 5 years. And then 1 out of the thing again, he said the reason they fail in the first 5 years, they lack experience and they lack capital, which is very, very common. And then for the second years, the ones who fail because it's burnout. But at the end, he gave us a solution. The best way is you create it, you develop it, you sell it. But I'm also going to add another way, which he always tells us, to cross it from self-employed to business owner. That means you use other people's time. That's when you hire people, you train people, and they run it, whether you are there, when you are there or not, it still runs. I think that's another solution. But most experts say, sell it. Make sure you build it, it has value, and then sell it. But you can make it a bigger business. So please don't be discouraged by these numbers. Don't be discouraged. Just make sure either you are planning to sell it or you are planning to make it bigger. Hang in there, okay? I'm with you right here. I'll bring the knowledge. I'll bring the books. The experts are going to show us. Don't be discouraged. Continue to do your own thing, okay? Like I always end there. I'll say, take very good care of yourself. Take very good care of your families. Take very good care of your health. I have links in the description below that take you to the videos I finished from number 1 up to all the way up to now. This is number 27. And then I also have a link taking to Audible to get a free audio for 1 month. Also taking to a real physical book. They're all in the description. Also check out the pinned comment and check out the end screen to watch what's in the end screen. One of them is the playlist for this Cashflow Quadrant. Take a step to a better you. Bye-bye.